Hey, what's going on, guys? It's January 13, and we got some great news. MOX OPO is banned, OKO is banned, MYCOSYNTH LATTICE is banned. So I'm going to start off by reading the announcement, and then I'm going to dive into more detail. So over the past several weeks in Modern, blue-green decks using Urza has risen to the top of competitive Magic, earning the most 5-0 trophies and maintaining a non-mirror matchup win of 55%. And these decks have a winning matchup against 9 of the other 10 most popular competitive decks, indicating an inability of the metagame to adjust on its own. The cards most strongly contributing to the high win rate of these decks are OKO and MOX OPO. So, just a little bit of thought here. I thought that they could have banned Urza, Lord High Artificer, as well, instead of MOX OPO. But I feel one reason is they don't want to ban something currently selling in stores because it kind of hurts the vendors trying to get rid of product, because the vendors brought the boosters at a certain price, and then if Magic does this, the vendors might get a little mad. So I understand. There's some collateral damage, such as traditional affinity and hardened scales, which I think are fine decks to have in the format. But I'm not too sad about MOX OPO being banned. OKO had to be banned. There's enough evidence for that. Well, let's keep going. OKO has become the most played cards in competitive Modern. Inclusion rate of 40%. So it reduces metagame diversity and diversity of play patterns. And it's just it's kind of not fun sometimes because it gets really grindy. Planeswalkers can make the game a little too grindy sometimes, especially something like OKO that just gains life. So OKO is banned in Modern. So let's keep going. MOX OPO was also in these decks. So let's take a look here. MOX OPO. Yeah, so they were in the Urza OKO decks. So yeah, they're trying to really weaken this strong deck, and bravo to Wizards. I really agree with this. So let's keep going. Lastly, we'd like to take this opportunity to address another problematic interaction between Karn the Great Creator and MYCOSYNTH LATTICE. So this combination has been used in many big mana decks that green-black rock and mid-range decks have issues with, and it's just not fun. The interaction is low because it doesn't allow your opponent to play Magic. It's just not fun. Fun is the key word here. So I'm really glad they banned MYCOSYNTH LATTICE. Unfun play pattern. I'm really glad Wizards it's talking about fun in Magic. That's really important. It's not about money. If you make the game fun, we'll spend money, right? So let's take a look at some analysis here. So MYCOSYNTH LATTICE is one of the most annoying cards in my opinion. If you notice on my channel, I stopped playing Modern a month ago. And you know what? One of the main reasons is just getting locked by MYCOSYNTH too much and it just feels bad. I know you can play around it. What you do is you let them, when they resolve MYCOSYNTH, you remove their Karn or Assassin's Trophy. But, actually, sorry, let me go back a little bit. If they have 10 mana, you can't. But if they want to cast it on another turn, you Alright, so let's take a look at MOX OPO a little bit. One thing I feel they should have done is to ban Urza itself instead. But they didn't want to ban something from the standard set because that will make the product worth less, and the vendors in your local game stores already bought the boosters and people will buy it less, so that's a reason. But MOX OPO is hurting affinity and hardened scales, which is kind of sad, but I'm glad it's gone too, because free mana is just turn 1, 2 mana is always going to be an issue that could come up in the future and make for some crazy starts where you can't even interact. You just die before you can interact. So I think I'm gonna come back to Modern a bit and see how it is. I think it's gonna be way healthier now, and overall I'm not just happy about the bans. I'm happy about the stance that Wizards is taking. They're focusing on this is for fun, for more fun. And this is for meta diversity, which is good. And MOX OPAL again for meta diversity. And I think subconsciously or consciously they want to bring back the mid-range and to interactive magic, just from the trend I'm seeing here. And lastly, I'm also happy that I'm not a combo kind of guy. I don't like combo decks. I just feel like I'm okay if a little bit exists, but when a big percentage of the meta are combos, combo decks are just not interactive and not my personal style of play. And I think a lot of people who have the mid-range mentality don't really like combo decks as well. So I'm glad they're addressing this right now. And they're saying to people, if you want to buy this card, you want to do some unfair stuff, we might ban it. And yeah, maybe you can get some wins, and then it gets banned. And that's the risk you're taking. The pro is you get to play it for a bit, and then it gets banned. But you know it's coming. So I'm glad the president is put out there, especially for Pioneer right now. If you can see, okay, let me open these. Sorry about that. I'm in Thailand right now. The internet is a little bit slow here. So here are the decks using OKO. Here are the decks using MYCOSYNTH, the big mana decks, which we're bad against. So this is so good for mid-range decks. In the past, we would have had to respond to Michael. We had to have Assassin's Trophy held up, which, it's... If they have 10 mana, if you want to not get locked out, you would have had to maybe not use your mana fully and just hold up trophy because you don't want to get locked. So that's an answer for it. But when they do lock you out, it's just a really feel bad moment. Not fun. That's how I would describe it. So a combo is only 8% of the meta game in Pioneer. So Pioneer seems really healthy. And they're saying, we don't want that many combo decks in Pioneer from this announcement right here. And yeah, generally, I'm very happy Magic is taking a proactive approach. And I recommend you check out Nikachu and Grimflare MTG's videos as well. And yeah, starting now, I'm going to go back to playing more modern leagues, and let's see how it goes. And if it's not fun, I'll go back to Pioneer. Let me know what you guys want to see.